You are listening to the Latina Lifestyle Legacy Podcast with your host, Reina Marufo. This podcast is dedicated to helping the busy up-and-coming Latina entrepreneurs get organized with their life and business and live a more fulfilling life. We will discuss how to overcome adversities in your mindset and business growth and to remind you que sí se puede. Hola, everyone. Welcome back to the Latina Lifestyle Legacy Podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. I know it's been a minute. But we are back. So many incredible things happening, going on. I hope you're doing incredible. I hope you're doing amazing. And if you're not, what is going on? Let's chat. Of course, you can always, send me a DM and just however I can help or whoever I can connect you with. I know there's, life always happens, but we gotta sometimes push through and get out of the funk, even though sometimes we can get in a funk. So I don't know why I'm starting off the episode like that, but just wanted to share that with you all. And I wanted to thank everyone who attended the workshop. I hosted a goal setting, like how to set your quarterly goals workshop. And I did that last week, and it was super very productive and very effective. And so I basically shared my process of how I set my goals and how I set my quarterly goals. And then I shared my Google Sheet on a couple of my documents that I do to kind of really set clear the foundational goals so that you're able to take action and then break them down into actionable steps in a very simple and not super overwhelming way. Because I get it. We all have like so many different projects, so many just things in our life, right? And that's really where this is where I come in as a goal setting and productivity consultant, where I want to help you make it more simple and not as overwhelming. So that's also what we're going to be talking about a little bit more in the episode. But yeah, just shout out to all of you that signed up. I will be hosting more those type of like very hands-on workshops monthly as well. I do want to do those. And then I would do also host free online networking events as well. And the next one, so this episode is probably already going to be up and the event will have already passed because it's going to be on Wednesday, October 26th. So that's when the next online networking event is. But if you follow us on Instagram or TikTok, you'll be able to kind of get a heads up before. And so you'll see that. So I'm excited to see everyone there. Going to be announcing the Latina Lifestyle Legacy Challenge winner. And really it's for all of us to connect and, see who we can support and who can support us throughout our journey. Right. So definitely come and check it out. And also I want to I have a segment here and I share what I loved about my week and what was a lesson for the week. And, I really share these too, because a lot of the just kind of like tips and resources or mindset shift, for you to also take away. So I will start off with what I loved about my week. And it's gonna, again, somewhat align with what I'm going to talk about, what the episode is actually about. But one thing I really loved about my week is that I've been very, very good with time blocking my time and setting like realistic expectations of my time and what I can do. So that's been really, really awesome that I feel like I'm more in control of what I can get done. I feel accomplished. I feel like, okay, I had a productive day. And I am able to set that clear foundational goals and then set realistic expectations and just set up my calendar in a way that is realistic for me at the moment. And in a way, I'm able to also just like really push myself to get things done and then go live my best life. You know what I mean? So I'll be talking more about that too. And then my lesson for the week, I would say, so I'm actually super excited because I will be traveling to Oaxaca, Mexico. So from that trip that I've been promoting, if you listen to one of the previous episodes, I interviewed Santiago, who is actually one of the founders of the ITA. It's a destination management company. So they help plan out trips. And I went to a Colombia trip previously with them. And so I partnered up and we're hosting a Oaxaca trip. And it is actually finally here. So I'm really looking forward to that. So I'm actually going to record 2 episodes today. So that you guys have an episode to listen to for the following week. But so my lesson though for the week is that I just want to share to everyone, when you have an idea and when you have a vision and you may think like, how is this even going to happen? And I'm just going to use the example of like Oaxaca. It's crazy because like I've always was like, I want to go to Oaxaca. I want to go to Oaxaca. Right. And we always say like, we want to go here, we want to go there. And when you see an opportunity, you have to just do it. And again, me planning this trip, it's a risk because I mean, I don't know if people are going to want to go. I don't know who's going to sign up. I don't know. I mean, I get it. It's a commitment. It's like they're going to spend money. They have to, block off time. They have to pay maybe like time from their work, from their family. So it's just like a lot of things that I may think about like, oh, people are not going to want to do this trip or not want to go. But my, advice and just lesson is to just do it and don't, again, like, how are you going to know if it's not going to work out if you do not even try? I've always just been that person to just do it. And sometimes I fail really bad. And sometimes it's an awesome success. And, you don't know if you don't try. And I think a lot of people are like really scared and live in fear. And like, I I don't know, like I understand that. And sometimes I wish I was a little more like conservative in that. But at the end of the day, like that's really not my vibe. And if I didn't just go for it and do it, I wouldn't really have those opportunities that I have. And people think like, oh, you're lucky or like it's like, no, I do it because I actually like put myself out there. I make the effort. And, if nobody signed up, okay, nobody signed up. Or if nobody wanted, like, you just don't know. And actually, it's a whole group of us going. And I'm like really looking forward to making these incredible memories. So I just wanted to share that with you all, whether that's in your personal life, you've always wanted to do something, take a class, just do something unique. Like, you have to just do it because, I mean, YOLO, you only live once. And I just think many of the times we kind of stop our own selves. So that was a big lesson for the week. But I just had to share that with you all. And also, if you're again wanting to kind of follow like the whole trip, you can go check out me on Instagram, which is the Latina Lifestyle Legacy Instagram. I'm sure I'll be posting on there as well. Or the TikTok, Latina Lifestyle Legacy TikTok as well. I cannot believe I'm saying like TikTok. I've had to freaking get it on it because TikTok, I mean, I'm probably all late to the game, but yes, TikTok is way like I've seen the power of TikTok. One of my videos kind of like went a little, a lot of people got engaged. They had got a lot of engagement because it was the video I did about helping my parents basically retire comfortably, like by helping them launch their Airbnb. So yeah, I mean, I got a lot of love from that video and I'm very grateful. So thank you all. All right, so let's go into the episode and into the topic about how I overcome my to-do list and how and I don't want to say like I'm this perfect person that I get everything done every single day, but you know what? I'm going to share the strategy of where I'm able to overcome my to-do list. And I'm going to share how and why, and that feeling of that's like the most important part where you feel like you were productive and you accomplished something and you move the needle forward toward your goal and toward the higher self that you want to be, right? So I just want to start off with, it's very important to have a take some time. I mean, I hosted a workshop, but really take some time on setting your quarterly goal. And I say quarter because I mean, if we think about the whole year, it's like it can be like eventually you kind of do want to set up your whole year, but I would say like, you can set up your 90-day plan, which a quarter is basically like 90 days. So right now we're like in the fourth quarter because it's going to be October, November, December. So that's quarter four. And so right now we're in October and we're like month one of the quarter. So I would say setting up those goals. And I personally like to focus on in the workshop, I have a list of categories that people want to focus on, like your health, your wealth, your family, your relationship, your experiences, travel, your I even have like a beauty category because like I mean, yeah, like your maintenance, however you want your what else? There's your business, career, like all those categories. So I would say choose like 1 to 3 categories for that quarter that you are gonna truly dedicate and like your time and your energy, right? And that is up to you. Like that is completely, what you need to focus on and where you're like slacking for that time being. And let's say, for example, your like relationship is not really good right now with your partner. Like maybe you really want to take some time, go to a counseling, go spend like just make that extra effort to take a course. Like there's like a relationship expert course or something where you are genuinely working in that. And that's an important part of your life because it affects obviously like all your other areas. Of course, there's also health, there's also your finances, your business, your family, right? Or travel. So all of these things, or you can get like a little bit more specific and I'll share with you. So for me, last quarter, my main focus was health, my podcast, and Airbnb. So launching the Airbnb. So health, I really wanted to lose like weight and I had been struggling like with my weight for a long, long time, like 2 years. I'm not even kidding. Like I just would like literally gain, lose, gain, lose. Like I could not go past a certain weight that I wanted to be. And not I know and I know weight is like such a sensitive topic, but at the same time, it's what I felt comfortable for my body, right? Like I know where I feel comfortable and I was not comfortable at where I was at. So I had to like ponerme las pilas. And so what I did was I did the 75 hard challenge, which technically I did 31 days. But you know what? In those 31 days, and then just if you don't know what the 75 hard challenge is, it is oh my god, it's a lot of things, but basically one workout has to be inside for 45 minutes. It could be inside or outside, but for sure another workout has to be outside for 45 minutes. So I would walk, I would go on hike. Then there also you have to drink a gallon of water every day, read 10 pages, no alcohol, and take a progress picture of yourself every single day, every day, every day, every day. And if you missed one day, you had to start all over. So I had done this challenge a couple times, but it was like for one way or another, I like didn't complete probably like past 2 weeks, right? I mean, it's a very hard challenge. And I didn't even do the 75 hard. And you know what? It is God bless all of those people who have completed 75 hard because it is a challenge. But you know what? I completed 31 days and I really got into that habit, taking care of my health, like making it a priority, right? And drinking water, following a diet, reading 10 pages. Like I probably don't do all of that every single, well, honestly, it is kind of like a lifestyle. Like I probably don't read 10 pages, but I read 5 pages a day now. Um, I do like to go on walks. Go still work out. I drink a lot of water, all of those things. So it's a lifestyle. And I was able to lose 10 pounds, a little over 10. Like now I'm at around 12 pounds. So I'm just like so glad. So yeah, that was my main focus for one of my main focuses for last quarter. The next one was my podcast, which was really launching a lot of episodes every week, being consistent with it, having new guests and all of that. And there obviously was like a big change with the podcast with no longer having a co-host, but we just kind of we readjust, and that's like what life is always about, right? You just readjust, you don't give up, but you readjust. And then the next priority that I had was launching the Airbnb for my parents. So that was dedicating, like making sure the house was ready, buying all the furniture, the decor, making sure, everything's set up, learning how to host, manage the communication through Airbnb. So all of that. And I was able to accomplish a lot of those things. So now this quarter, my focus is my multifamily investment property. So I joined a mastermind that focuses on multifamily investment property, and it's incredible. I love it. And they really help you. Like, I think this is the first mastermind that actually legit like gives you an actual calculator, an actual like step-by-step description of what the heck you're looking at and now analyzing. So I really love it. And this is going to be a long process because it's a big learning curve for me, but you know what? Like I'm really excited for it. So that's going to be one pillar that I want to focus on this quarter. The next is going to be travel, because honestly, as I was looking at my calendar, I'm like, I'm going to be traveling at least once every month this quarter. So it's the holidays and things, so I want to make sure that I'm just like preparing myself for that. And I put it there, but I also put finances, and I feel like finances really also aligns with travel, because just making sure I'm on check with my finances so I'm able to fund my travel experiences. And I actually invested in a course called the Budget Mom course. Well, it's from the Budget Mom, but the course, oh, it's called The Building Blocks of Budgeting. Um, so if you do not know the Budget Mom, like she's saved my life when it comes to managing my finances and really, really knowing like how to manage and save, and how can I save for different goals and things like that. So she actually launched her course, and I was like, I 100% want to take it because she goes deep into this, like, but I think it was like 3 modules and we still didn't even talk about budgeting. It was all about your mindset, your spending habits, like the foundational part of your money. And I just like really wanted to dedicate my time to that course because I just think money and finances are really important. And I felt like I could do better when it came to like budgeting. I think I was like, yeah, I was kind of like paying off my goals and paying off like certain things I wanted to do, but I wasn't really being as intentional as I know I could be. So with my money. So I wanted to make sure, I just, again, that's what I feel like I needed at this time. And honestly, I'm pretty much going to be done with this financial goal um pretty soon because I'm like really dedicating a lot of time to this course and just making sure I'm like on top of it with my finances. And then so yeah, I'm really excited to kind of dive deeper into, okay, let's write that's, and I'm kind of going deeper into like these quarterly goals because they really set the foundation of your to-do list. I have my action steps that I want to do for these goals. And the next thing I do is I time block it in my calendar. So I love to use Google Calendar, but if you want to use like if you use the paper calendar, I don't know. I live off my Google Calendar. I do not know how people do not use a calendar, but especially think when you just have a lot of like goals and things you're working on, like you have to. So I time block everything, and it's like
I used to put like, I guess you can put like every single task that you have to do in your calendar, but sometimes to me it's like, oh, I look at my calendar and it just like is too much. So I will actually, and I mean, I'm not even gonna go into depth of like my project management tool, Asana, because I feel like I've done an episode on this, but that's a whole other episode where like how I like organize my stuff in Asana. But for now, I'm just gonna be really more general. And that's what I also help with my clients. I set up their Asana. We set it up together. I teach them like how they can use it with other team members, other family members. Yeah, a lot of them like also incorporate their partners into their Asana because it's so like so that they're both on page with the tasks that need to get done. So, anyways, let's go back to the calendar. So I time block it, right? So let's say like I'm going to wake up from this time to this time. I even have like, my time to get ready, to walk Leo, my dog, to kind of I realize like I like to kind of clean in the morning. So like kind of just pick up things here and there. So I'll like kind of just block off that time, like get ready, clean, Leo, and then I put, my time where I have to work with my clients, all like kind of like that time. I time block that and I just block it off. Like I don't put each task because it changes every day, right? So for my example with the finances and for my quarterly goals, late afternoon after like my client session, work time, then I block it off with finances for like right now I'm doing an hour. So I'm doing that course for an hour and I'm really progressing because I mean an hour is for a long time. And if I'm doing that every single day, and again, I'm really like making this a priority. And then after that, I put multifamily, which is like my another time block, which means I'm gonna be doing whatever I have to do for multifamily, right? For that day. And then after that, I mean, I didn't mention sometimes I'll go to the gym in the morning or I'll go in the afternoon, just depending on my day. But yeah, I mean, it's still like going and working out is a priority still. But as you can see, like it's kind of already a habit that I don't even have to like be super hard on myself because I just know like I'm gonna work out because I've built that like discipline in the previous quarter. And so I'm going to go into more how this is. And I have to give a shout out to my mentor who doesn't know me yet, but he will, is Andy Frisella. Like, y'all, I probably talk about him way too much to my friends, but I just like love this guy. And he's very, very upfront, very, just it can be a lot for some people, but I just really respect like how he's grown his company. Like he has like such incredible team culture, team values, like company values. And I just really respect that. So so he but so one thing I really love to learn about, like entrepreneurs who are multimillionaires, billionaires, like I really want to know like how do you manage your time? Because I know they have like so many projects and I've always been like obsessed with how they manage their time. And so one thing that he's talked about is called the power list. So I'm giving 100% credit to Andy Frisella, the power list. And what the power list is, it's basically and this is what he's like such an advocate for about like he's built like so many like he's just built things from the ground up and very successfully. And he talks about like he's followed this strategy, very simple, for years, for over 20 years, and it's like it works. So I was like, what is it? Right? Like, what? So it's called the power list, and it's basically 5 critical tasks that you have to complete 5 critical tasks every single day. And you do write the critical task. He likes to write it in a piece of paper. And I would say, even though I am a big advocate for project management, and I would say project management is more for like bigger projects working with the team. But again, like he uses like a little notebook, but you can use anything. I do have like a small little agenda and I'll just put my 5 critical tasks for that day. But these critical tasks have to be like very intentional tasks. It's not like, oh, get up, walk my dog. Like, no. I mean, if you have to like really be consistent about that, then yes. But basically, it's like tasks. And so I like to put tasks, and I'll give you an example of what my critical tasks look like. But the purpose of this is to write down your critical tasks. You're going to cross it off, the things that you get done. And at the end of the day, you have to, once you review your power list, if you've completed all the 5 tasks, you've won the day. If you did not complete all 5 tasks, you lost the day. So you actually put a W or an L and you make a circle. And then ideally you want to be able to like go back and see how many wins or losses you've had. And the purpose of this is to take action every single day. Meaning you don't get a Sunday off, you don't get a holiday off. Like, and I think that's true because sometimes when we do have those like, oh, I'm going to just take Sunday off, it kind of like you lose that momentum. And not saying that you have to, it's basically like just complete your 5 critical tasks and you just keep that consistency and momentum going. And if you're doing that every single day, his thing is like, it's only 5 things. And I know you're probably like, what, Raina? But my tasks there's so many things, but it's like 5 things that literally align with your goals. And, you know, so I'm going to give you an example. So for me, my critical task can look like I still have my workout. I have my workout. So I have to work out 1 hour of finances. So I dedicate that to my course, to the action steps that she provides in the course that I'm taking. I do 1 hour of multifamily investing time. I'm going to meet with a client, one-on-one consulting, goal setting, productivity consulting client. And then I'm going to record a podcast. So those are my 5 critical tasks that I have to get done for the day. And once you've already completed, let's say, 40 days have gone by and you don't need to include, like it's already a natural, let's say for you working out, it's such a natural, like it's already in your calendar. It's already part of your life. Then you're allowed to remove that task and add a new one. So these are things that like those, everything, like you just have to get those done, right? And this is the thing that I love about the power list is like, once you've completed that, technically you're done for the day. Like you've accomplished the day and like you can go to sleep, right? You can go enjoy your day. And he advocates that because we are gonna burn out if we like try to do 100 tasks. And one thing I've also been doing is like just being more efficient. Like, yeah, maybe I'll for sure complete my 5 tasks, but let's say, hey, I have a little bit more time, like I'll do a 6th one. I do not have to do it, but if I want to, and it's just, honestly, it's realistic because things happen throughout the day that we don't plan, right? Like, let's say we are on our to-do list, it's like we have to get 10 things done. Yeah, you can get those 10 things done, but are you going to do them every single day? Like you're going to burn out. And so that is the part where he's like, don't stress yourself out and don't overwhelm yourself. Do what you have to get done, move the needle forward, and then you're going to do that again and again and again and again. And baby steps is better than getting nothing done at all, burning out, feeling overwhelmed, unhappy, so I just think like it's a slower, but it's a very sustainable process. And so I really wanted to share that because I feel like I've been able to really overcome my to-do list. And yes, I do have like more things of course, on my to-do list, but as long as I have accomplished 5 critical tasks, and I would say like it's pretty much doesn't change. Like my workout, my 1 hour finances, and whatever that entails, meaning like I'm dedicating. And that's another thing. I'm more present. I'm more just aware of what I'm doing and I'm not feeling like super overwhelmed. And I also just know like what I can dedicate. Like, hey, that's not my priority right now. If other if something else comes up, like I just know that's not my priority right at this quarter, right? Maybe it could be like next quarter and things like that. So I would say for some action steps, for you is to set quarterly goals. And if you are interested in the recording that I did for the workshop, in the worksheets, and everything that I provided for the people who attended, you can send me a direct message or an email at latinalifestylelegacy@gmail.com. And you can let me know if you're interested, and I can, you can purchase the recording and all of the resources that go with it. So you're able to set effectively quarterly goals. And then I want you to select your 1 to 3 categories for the quarter. I want you to kind of draft up your monthly goals, like what you want to accomplish for the month. And then I need you to time block that in your calendar. And I want you to time block like a realistic time, right? Because either you are working a full time or you're working your business. Like you have to dedicate that time. You have to dedicate time to family too. But I want you to add that time block for like your for the with the tasks, I mean with the goals that you set for the quarter, right? So I kind of went over that already in the previous little while ago on like time blocking in your calendar, and then create a power list every single day and be very intentional with these tasks and be very honest with yourself. If you didn't accomplish something, if you really didn't get through through the 5 tasks, like put an L, and you didn't. But you know what? If you're like, wow, but I won 5 out of this, 7 days, that's really, really good. You have progressed a lot, but try to always, win the day, of course. And it's just a new opportunity every day. I've definitely had days where I'm like, damn, I didn't get that done. And I need to put that I have an L. But you know what? It makes me like, I'm gonna freaking crush the next day, and I'm gonna, I get it done early, and then I feel like, oh, I'm done for the day. Like I'm good. Like that's what I also love about it is like, I feel like I time block better. And then I get to like enjoy the rest of the day with my friends or family and, breathe, because it's true. Like if you're just like work, 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 work all the time, you're gonna burn out. And trust me, this is coming from me where I thought was my life, but I'm learning to literally not kill myself anymore. And that's why I'm really also like passionate about this topic, because I want to share that with you so you're not super stressed and overwhelmed. So, super important. I really hope that you got a lot from this episode. Please, I ask that if you can leave a review to the podcast, that would be great. Really helps out, and also just stay posted, subscribe to the podcast, and I have a lot of great more episodes coming up. Let me know what you think about this episode. Let me know if you do the power list, what you think. Also, again, if you want to purchase the recording and the resources, let me know. You can email me or send me a DM. I'll put all the links in the show notes. And I hope you have a beautiful week. Stay productive, stay positive, stay healthy and abundant, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.